Imagine watching a film that blends the intricate mystery of Drishyam with the time-bending worlds of Christopher Nolan movies. This is the realm that Kishkindha Kandam, directed by Dinjit Ayathan, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, transports us to an intricate journey where memory, time, and reality intertwine in a mesmerizing dance. From the very first frame, the film deports you into the heart of the matter. You are not just a passive observer, but an active participant, piecing together fragments of a puzzle whose true shape remains enticingly out of reach until the final 10 minutes of breathtaking moments. The narrative is a masterclass in suspense, consistently challenging the audience's perceptions without ever underestimating their intelligence. From the outside, the story presents itself like a familial drama where we have the strained relationship of Ajayan, which is played by Asif Ali, who's a sensitive son, and his father Apu Pillai, played by Vijay Raghavan, a man who is hardened by life's challenges. The impending elections set a peculiar backdrop, with townsfolk surrendering their licensed arms, creating an undercurrent of tension. Amidst this, a wedding unfolds between Ajayan and Aparna, yet we are offered no exposition, no comforting backstories to anchor ourselves. Instead, we are enveloped by the mysteries: a missing gun, a missing person, the elusive nature of memory itself, all set against the haunting expanse of dense forests and incessant chatter of monkeys. Vijay Raghavan delivers a towering performance as Apu Pillai, capturing the complex layer of a man whose eccentricities are both captivating and unsettling. His portrayal is a study in nuance, seamlessly transitioning between the physical manifestations of his character's idiosyncrasies and the internal turmoil of a man grappling with the ghosts of his past. What sets this film apart is the visionary work of Bahul Ramesh, who is not just the writer of the story, but he has also written the screenplay, he has written the dialogues, and he's also the cinematographer, which is very rare, not just in Indian cinema, but in cinema in general. And Ramesh leverages it to create a cohesive and immersive world. His visual storytelling is nothing short of spectacular, using the natural beauty of the landscape to mirror the inner psyches of the characters. The dream sequence, featuring a never ending staircase with three generations of the family, is particularly striking. It is both a metaphorical ascent and descent into the layers of memory and identity, and also a foreshadowing of what the climax is. The film is also delving deep into the secrets that we choose or are compelled to forget. It raises profound questions about the nature of memory. What happens when our mind, either by choice or due to an illness, easily erases pivotal moments that define not just an individual but also the people who surround that person. Many of us wish we could control our memories, dimming the painful ones and holding on to the cherished ones. Yet, Kishkinda Kandam confronts us with the harrowing reality of what it means when that control is lost and memories become a maze with no clear exit. There is a quote by philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche that says that blessed are the forgetful, for they get better even of their blunders. Now, Nietzsche is trying to explore how humans construct narratives and selectively remember or forget events to suit their own needs. He believes that forgetting is essential for mental health and happiness. This film reflects this idea by showing the characters manipulating their own memories to create a reality that they can cope with, highlighting the paradox of memory as both a burden and as a means of survival. The motif or missing pieces permeate the narrative. Apu is losing fragments of his memory, slipping away from the son who yearns for the father he knew once. Aparna serves as the audience's surrogate, an outsider attempting to assemble the disjointed pieces of this familial puzzle. The house itself stands as a powerful symbol, a sanctuary and a prison, its rooms echoing with unspoken secrets and guarded by a man clinging to the remnants of his reality. Apu's battle with memory loss is portrayed like a double edged sword. It is a personal tragedy that paradoxically offers a grim solace to those who are around him. The film masterfully employs haunting visuals and recurring motifs or objects that keep repeating in the narrative to serve a certain purpose. For example, in the case of Kishkindha Kandam, it is the burning of documents, the ever present monkeys, and the elusive therapist to weave a dense atmosphere of suspense and revelations. The narrative structure is a standout feature of this film, employing misdirection and foreshadowing with apt precision. Each element, from the discovery of a skeleton to the enigmatic role of the therapist, is meticulously crafted to contribute to a story that feels both inevitable and utterly surprising. The inclusion of a monkey wielding a gun might seem surreal, yet within this world, it becomes a poignant symbol of chaos, intruding upon the fragile order the characters strive to maintain. Now, before moving ahead, let me give you a spoiler warning that we are going to talk about the climax of this film and trying to find out what happens in the end. So, yes, spoilers ahead. Now, throughout this film, Aparna is trying to find out what is up with Appu and the disappearance of Chechu, Ajay's son from his first wife, as well as the missing gun. She enters Appu's room and discovers the gun, prompting her to inform Ajayan. Finding him in a distressed state, he reveals that his father had also been searching for answers all these years, but he hadn't been able to find any. Ajayan confesses that on the evening of March 19th, he came home to a horrifying scene. His wife had accidentally shot their son Chechu while trying to take the pistol away from him. Now, overwhelmed by guilt and despair, she attempted suicide. Ajayan, faced with an unimaginable situation, rushed her to the hospital, unable to bear the thought of losing both his son and his wife in a single night. When Ajayan returns home, he finds that Chechu's body was gone and the room where the tragedy occurred was spotless. Now, it became evident that his father, Appu Pillai, must have discovered this incident and taken matters in his own hands. Appu, suffering from dementia, had likely disposed of the body to protect his family, but his memory loss left him uncertain about his own actions. This revelation explains why Ajayan has been so accommodating of his father's eccentricities. He's forever indebted to Appu for shielding him and his wife from legal repercussions for a crime that was actually a tragic accident. Apu's dementia serves as a grim safeguard. His fragmented memories prevent him from recalling where he buried Chechu, and his unreliable testimony renders him as unsuitable suspects in the eyes of the law. Aparna is stunned by this confession, realizing that now she is complicit in their secret. She chooses to keep it after understanding the weight of the burden that Ajayan has been carrying for so long. Apu's recurring actions, like burning the documents at a specific spot, hint at where he may have buried Chechu. His dementia traps him in a loop of searching for answers about his grandson's disappearance, unaware that he might hold the key himself. This repeated burning symbolizes his subconscious attempt to erase the painful memories that his conscious mind cannot grasp at all. Now, Ajayan's silence and acceptance of his father's behavior are stemming from both gratitude and guilt. He endures the daily reminders of their loss and the charade that they must maintain. Aparna's integration into this dynamic adds a different layer as she becomes both a keeper of their secret and a participant in this ongoing discussion. The motif of the monkey wielding a gun resurfaces as a metaphor for chaos and unintended consequences. Apu's claim that the monkey is holding the pistol is dismissed due to his mental state, yet it symbolizes the uncontrollable events that have overtaken their lives. The authorities cannot act on these statements, and the ambiguity protects the family from scrutiny. In essence, this film is actually portraying the tragic cycle in which the characters are trapped. Apu's memory loss, while it is a personal tragedy, inadvertently safeguards the family. Ajayan is caught between mourning his son and protecting his wife, while, all the while navigating his father's deteriorating condition. Aparna chooses solidarity over truth, binding herself to their shared secret. The story culminates as an acknowledgement of the inescapable nature of their circumstances, the circumstances of the characters. The loop of Appu's search for Chechu continues. Ajayan remains burdened by silence, and Aparna stands by them, all entwined in a web of love, guilt, and survival. The film leaves the audience contemplating the lengths to which someone can go to protect the person that they love and the haunting cost of secrets that are buried within. Kishkindha Kandam is an experience that challenges and lingers. It immerses you in the cyclical nature of trauma and memory. The time loop, not of science fiction, but of the human psyche, endlessly replaying moments in an attempt to make sense of them. It is a stunning exploration of how we manipulate our memories, sometimes unknowingly, to construct narratives that allow us to endure. The film's perspectives are ingeniously layered. For example, Ajayan operates as the second person, aware of the truths that he shields off and from both his father, the first person, and Aparna, who embodies the third person or the audience. The narrative dynamic This narrative dynamic adds depth, highlighting the isolation and interconnectedness of their experiences. As the credits roll, we are left grappling with profound questions. Is the real struggle between remembering and forgetting, or are they forever intertwined? Kishkindha Kandam doesn't offer easy answers, and that's where its power lies. It inhabits that elusive space of uncertainty, reflecting the complexities of the human condition. In a world right now that is flooded with stories that seek to tie up every loose end, this film stands as a testament to the beauty of ambiguity. It invites us to reflect on our own memories, the secrets that we all bury, and the narratives that we craft to navigate our lives. Kishkinda Kandam is ultimately a timeless work of art, a cinematic journey that resonates on a deeply emotional level, reminding us that sometimes the most profound truths are found not in the answers, but in the questions that continue to echo long after the story concludes.